J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to the J360 Mini Bites here on J360 Radio, hosted by J.M. Brady. I am your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it. Hey, how's it going, J360 Legion? What is up? Time for a new week and all that jazz. Yeah, I know we're running with the alternative schedule this time. Well, because I needed to use Monday and Tuesday to go tidy up a few things here with J360 Productions. And by the way, big shout outs to those of you that are listening from J360Productions.com. Thank you. It's been a labor of love, but finally everything's all chipping together like it's supposed to. And let me tell you this, 2024, you still got to go through and tidy up everything to prepare for the new, in addition to preserving the old. And let me just say this much. I'm enjoying it, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything is falling into place. And speaking of which, I was over here wrapping up a little bit of RoboCop Rogue City. Man, we couldn't get that new movie to save our asses. But let me just tell you this. This game right here is everything I would have loved for RoboCop 2 to be. And damn sure of everything that I wanted RoboCop 3 to be. And I'm going to tell you this. It takes place in between 2 and 3. And I'm just like, yes. Not thinking about anything. Just going through a semi-linear shooter and just blasting things as Officer Murphy. Withholding the public trust, and at the same time, giving some street justice. Hey, look, I'm gonna have my fun, alright? Some things you just don't grow out of when you're a kid, and, RoboCop is one of them. And let me tell you, I'm just having a field day. That's what it should be. Games should always be fun. And I always say that to, anybody who tells me these things. It's like, they talk about how the gaming industry is going. It can go any way it wants to go because it already annoyed the hell out of us many times. Come on now. You guys know about it. Like what I said in Jams about the microtransactions and all. Yeah. It's not always a healthy relationship, but at the same time, it's like you look at it, you're like, certain games got my attention, but I think I'm probably going to lay low on some new stuff for a while and just use all the things that I do have. And I'm going to tell you this, I have a lot in the backlog that I need to put on the power play soon enough, in addition to RoboCop. So, just little things for J360 TV I'm taking care of. And soon enough, the power play won't be the only show that's on J360 TV, because there's another one that's coming back from the grave that I've been secretly working on with a few people who've been paying attention that have been noticing what I've been doing. I told you, keep an eye on me. I might throw something new at you. Now, no, it is not J360 Jams TV, but Jams TV will be getting more of a spotlight soon enough. You just keep an eye on these things. But it's also a show where I bring the community together. You know what I mean? We all break bread, talk the shit, and have a good time. And it's going to start pushing J360 TV all the way. And in case you're all wondering, yes, we are going to be multi-streaming this thing again. It's not just, Twitch. It's also going to be on YouTube as well. And in addition to that, you guys in the audience can get involved as much as the people that are actually on the show are. So, interactivity is a big goal that we're going to have. I remember having this goal in 2023, but, it got busy and some of us have kind of, did our own thing and all that stuff. But I really want you guys to speak. I want you guys to talk. I want you guys to vote in the polls that I have coming up and everything too. So it's going to be a very interesting ride with this series going on in, and you're just going to have to stay tuned to see what it's all about. Matter of fact, the big premiere for it is going to be tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, I know, we were trying to move things up, but this will be a fun little late night show for you all, especially if you guys are into that sort of thing. So let's just have a good time with it, Everything that the J-Man show was supposed to be. But you guys can talk to me on the J-Man show too if you want to. I mean, any of these shows are usually done live, so, or as I say, hey, don't DM me during a J360 show. I do say go to the chat room during a J360 show. Sit right back, pour your favorite brew, get something to eat, and just chill with the J-Man for a while, you know what I'm saying? And the rest of his crazy-ass people in this universe of ours. You won't miss a beat, I'll tell you that. It's just something that I've been cooking up for a while for you guys, and I mean, yeah, this is gonna be, it's about time for this one to fly again. And then I have another show that's getting ready to come back to J360 TV as well. So, just pay attention to that. The only two websites you need to be concerned about for those is usually Twitch and YouTube. But also, there is the premium channel that will be coming soon. I know, it was supposed to land a few days ago, but I'm still working out all the things for it, because now that I know I can do certain things for you guys, it's going to live up to its name. You see what I'm saying? And not to mention, got to get you guys some J360 swag this year. And also, what we're about to do is more milestones. Yes. And each of those things that I told you was little tidbits of milestones, but let me just tell you this. Not only is Jams on the road to 100, not only is the J-Man Show on the road to 400, this series that you're listening to right now, the mini bites themselves, are about to hit 200. And it just blows me away. Like, even the power play hit 60, and it's only 40 away from 100. So everything seems to be on the road to, milestones ahead of everything. And I'm just like, wow, So where do we, what do we do next, right? Do we stay the course, or do we go ahead and tie it on here and just say, this is it, no more? Or, where do we go from it? Well, let me go ahead and tell you guys now, we keep going. Yep, even though we hit 200 episodes, we still got 300 in the distance. And at the end of the day, this is still the 4th season, so, there's going to be a season 5 soon enough. Matter of fact, the 19th of this month is actually the Mini Bites' anniversary. So, yeah, kicking it up, man. And I always say that this is the most important show because it lets you know what's going on in J360 Productions, in addition to some of the other stuff that's going on the outskirts that I don't get to cover in the J-Man Show. And speaking of things like that, you guys heard about what I said about Star Wars, right? Right. Well, allegedly there's leaks of the script, and Rey's supposed to be allegedly pregnant with a Force baby from Kylo Ren from beyond the grave, the whole Plagueis the Wise Anakin origin story. I'm sitting there thinking this. See, because I fell out laughing. For one thing, some of us get a little too serious about these franchises. And I totally get it, because we're passionate about it. You don't want to see things get ruined, but it's very interesting about any of them anymore when you think about it. Man, I want something new, and at the end of the day, I am scared to see what new takes place. Because some of it's dumb, I know. Some of these things are pretty dumb. I mean, you didn't see enough damage with episode 9, right? You know what I mean? I mean, talk about things that feel like DLC more so than an actual installment will wait. But you see with this one's supposed to be Star Wars 10. Now, despite dealing with what Kathleen Kennedy or that new director or any of this other stuff has said, I just gotta say this. That movie is just gonna be dead on arrival for me. But at the end of the day, I haven't seen it yet, so I can say that I hate it. At least when I knew 9 was coming out, I realized all the problems with 9. And then the whole thing with 8, in the beginning I liked 8 until I actually took the time to look it over again and saw it with episode 7, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And that franchise, all the Disney franchises, man, well, they're not really franchises, all the companies that Disney bought, even Pixar's not doing well right now, and I'm just wondering what the hell kind of world I'm living in when Pixar's not doing great. Matter of fact, it's gotten so bad that some of the movies that went out on Disney Plus are now getting theatrical releases. I think Soul is supposed to get one soon, which at the same time you look at it, it's like Soul should have been on the damn, big screen and stuff. And some of us even own them now, don't we? Don't we have them on the physical release now too? Yeah, try to recoup all that money, Disney, but Disney's going to be alright. It's too big to fail. Much like any of these other things that are floating around here, because things are so ubiquitous, they don't know exactly what to give us anymore, and they're so scared to do it, and at the same time, they're always like, I'm going to go and do it anyway. To hell with the fans are ruining it. Good Lord. It's a mess, man. There's times I don't agree with my own fan base, and then there's times I don't agree with people around me. So I try anyway, right? But I also know it's if you have to dive into identity politics, or if you have to dive into race, or you have to dive into any sort of thing just to make some crazy-ass statement as a hot ticket sales point, It's just comical at this point. Really, Star Wars can sell based on its name alone. At least it used to. You know, and then something along the line happened between either the High Republic or all this other stuff. You know? Because some of these people go on their soapboxes rather than sell the product. The product, you sell the product. You understand what I'm saying? Speaking of a product, J360 Jams 83 is coming next Friday. You're going to get more announcements for that tomorrow. Because let me tell you, this episode is starting to look good. Some of you guys are actually submitting your tracks early, and I'm proud of you for doing this, all right? Keep it up. Keep it up. Speaking of which, I'm working on another expansion for that series, too, so you just have to stay tuned. Oh, yes, I got plenty of announcements, and I can't announce it here. But going back into, like, mainstream media and all that stuff, they don't seem to know what they want to do anymore. See, here's the thing. If you were going to do that whole thing where Rey was supposed to bring back the Jedi Academy, okay, make sure you have an idea of what you're trying to do with this movie first. At least they're doing it with one movie. At least they're not saying, hey, we're going to throw another set of trilogies at you. You know? This movie actually may have a chance if they drop all that identity politics stuff. Certain things around here don't need all that. We want a story. Beginning, middle, and end. And you know, sometimes that we don't really ask for much. I mean, you're not going to please everybody anyway. You're going to please the people that actually took the time to invest and go to this movie. Just like with the latest movie that came out. A lot of people love Barbie. I didn't. Barbie made its money, Golden Globes, and all that other crazy... Man, fuck the Golden Globes, man. I look at the Golden Globes like I look at the Grammys. It's just... whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just like any award show. It's just vanity, stroking the ego, and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people make a lot of this money, and they just waste it on all these things. And this is supposed to be like a big deal, a big achievement. And it's like, I don't see it. Like, I want to see the movie. I don't see the appeal. Because we'll all see the same movie, but we'll have different reactions to it. And the truth is that I didn't care for Barbie. Oppenheimer, alright, but still, once again, I did a paper on him when I was in high school, so it's like, I didn't really need the movie after all. But you know, Napoleon should have had a shot in there for best comedy. Because that shit was funny! I mean, like, if you think about it, the Napoleon movie was nothing but comedy, baby. Like, nothing in that movie made sense at all. And I mean, Joaquin Phoenix was doing the best he can to hold it together, but Jesus, Ridley Scott, nah, this is not how you do it. Oliver Stone, you are not. But when it gets right down to it, though, guys, like, the way I just did all that stuff, it's no different than anybody else. But there are some people that are more vocal, more adamant, more all this and that about a lot of these other things, such as, like, the MCU. People are still saying, the MCU should die. Superheroes are over. No, they're not. Apparently, you're still all about them. Superheroes are not going anywhere. What I would say is, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. If I was like Bob Iger or any of that stuff, I would take a look and see, like, what's most important at this time. What is actually going to help make us those profits that we like or brag about. And then we would go with the story. We would take a look at the script. We would take a look at, like, everything to get it together. Now, the thing about a cinematic universe is, this cinematic multiverse crap that's going on nowadays, yeah, this sucks. But, I mean, we had to dip into it a little bit to bring people back. That I understand. But where do you go from here? You know what I mean? And then they try to cheapen the deal by saying, like, oh, we want to bring back Iron Man and Steve Rogers. No. No. Leave it alone. That's how you write yourself into a hole. They did it before, they can do it again. It's just that, but once again, everything that's backstage is not backstage anymore. It's all a giant showcase. And we'll have to dive into that at a later time because I got to get on out of here. But what it is, guys, stay the course. Let's get through this new year. And at the same time, let them do what they got to do. But at the end of the day, you decide whether you're going to see the movie or not. All right? But all in all, I got to work on some stuff for y'all. So this is J-Man signing off. Peace.